welcome back to New World Angel. Today's gonna be an extended collective reading. I don't know what we're gonna get into, but we shall see. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. But first, take a drink. And you might want to do it out of your Eagle Dunkin' mug. Yeah. Okay, in my new place, I took like probably, I don't know, maybe 5 glasses with me. And this is the 6th one. Coincidence? I think not. But seriously, this is the only Dunkin' merch I own, and it's fabulous. 20 per store, peeps. I'm a good sponsor, and I did pay for my donuts today, so there's that. All right, enough of my amazing Eagle mug. Ooh. Pathway clearance just pulled up. Elite. Pathway clearance with the elite, or are you a part of the elite and they're granting you access? We should all be so kind. Power couple! Ben, are you finally coming around? Like, she's fucking weird. Yeah. Maybe I'll reach out to her. Maybe not! Read the fine print. There's something about fine print. Getting ready to extend an offer? Possibly. There is pathway clearance here. The roads are clear. Where this guy is flying. You don't need permission. Big moves! Big. I'm taking it. That's where we start. Big moves. Woo! The energy is even big too. And as I was getting, sorry, never mind. There might just be like a lot of eyes on this because I've just been getting a lot of, okay, all of my trash is taken out. Yes, I have the door open, but that does not mean that gnats are just flying in this home. So there's people lurking and watching. Not in a bad way, but you know, especially if you are the elite, people are just curious, so. I just love it so much because when I very first got into real estate, I was stuck in the office all day and I was making like cold calls. And there used to be a hawk that would follow me every day. He would show up and we were in like not a high rise, but it was a semi high rise. And this hawk would just join me at the window, literally stare at me. And so, yeah, we ended up having somewhat of a friendship because nobody was in the office with the exception of me and this freaking hawk, only for him to go and get a hawk girlfriend and just leave me alone. He just like peaced out one day and I saw him hanging out with his hawk girlfriend, and that was the end of our relationship as we see it. The point being that you're moving on to bigger and better hawks, okay? Even though that's an eagle, I get it for 4th of July. Let's see what you did there, Duncan. But yeah, I woke up today and I saw that and I was like, I need it. I need it in my life. And I got it. So maybe that's relevant. You're like, no, I need this in my life. And so that's the big moves. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, change afoot. Talk to your spirit team. That would be helpful. You got those good vibrations, honey. Yeah, you do. So do you. Something having to do with bravery. Feeling brave. Working up the courage to make big moves. It's in the bag. Whatever it is, collective, it's in the bag. You want it? I got it. What else is going on in my collective's energy? Got those good vibrations after being broken. Or what you once thought was broken is not. It's like coming back online. What do we got? What do we got? We want this to be one continuous storyline so that it's very clear with these initial cards whether this reading is for you or not. Ooh, international travel? Gotta have a good why, good reason to do so. I mean, contracts could be a thing. You was kind, you was smart, you was important. Maybe you're a part of the helper crew. Or like, I don't know, you're a part of some sort of team. Oh, you're chosen. Highly favored, are yous? We love that. Factionless. Oh, this is what's your why. The factionless, so if you guys have watched the Divergent series, being factionless isn't a good thing. It's like rebel without a cause. No faction, lives in poverty, and does menial labor. Yeah, if like you don't have a purpose behind you, then what is driving you? And for someone who is chosen, there's always a purpose and a mission there. Like you are assigned a divine mission. That's the reason why you're chosen in the first place. And now it's up to you as to whether or not you want to accept that path. And I think maybe you just needed to get a good handle on what your reasoning was first. And so when it comes to my readings too, this is a good disclaimer. This could be past, present, or future energy. Typically my readings are present and future. Like the past always tends to come up in readings, and I try not to dwell on it unless it's like, you know, you're in the middle of it and we need to deep dive into it. But this, I'm getting strong, like, future energy here. Like a lot of the things I mentioned from the past year and a half, 2 years are coming to fruition now. And that's not to say that this is a reading for like 1.5 to 2 years out, but I do get like future energy with this. International travel, what's your why? You was kind, you was smart, you was important. Something having to do with affirmations though. Chosen one, you certainly have main character energy. Whether you believe it or not. And you got those good vibrations too. Yeah. You're like back online. Back with the mission. What else? Author? Are you an author? Traveling to an author? Build it and they will come energy. Maybe you're working on something. You're writing something. Could even be writing up a contract, you know? What else? I don't know. I do get that, like, you're flying high. There is pathway clearance. Maybe with that pathway clearance, it really broke you out. Okay, well, Spirit wanted you to know that somebody's secretly on the DL. So there's that. I don't know if that plays like a huge role in your world or not, but that's there. Sorry, I'm just reorganizing these real quick. Like, you can fast forward if you want to. Someone's secretly on the DL, but in a long-term relationship. Or somebody secretly on the DL wants a long-term relationship. Or maybe you were in a relationship with somebody who was secretly on the DL. Could be. Pull this together. What else? BDSM? Is that a thing in your world? Dark Night of the Soul? Did you just go through one? Ooh. Direction, hope, faith. Wishing upon a star. Armchair Anonymous. This is definitely a story, which is why author is on the table. If I am talking to Dax and Monica, maybe your guys' like next Armchair Anonymous prompt is something having to do with like, I don't know, potentially long-term relationships or like worse relationship, or I don't know. I don't know what their future prompts are these days, but travel and or adventure. This is the second travel card. So traveling is definitely in your world. You are traveling right now internationally, like maybe you're going back home. My mind immediately goes to Harry and Meghan Markle. Grandfather. But I also get like, I don't know why, John Oliver. So maybe the UK is important somehow. Acts of service. That's your love language, is acts of service. Oh. No wonder you feel like this is a mission that you're on. You're in receiving mode for a long-term relationship. It's time. Also, it's time for like a girls' trip too. So maybe that's something that you're planning or looking forward to. Potentially you have mom guilt about this girls' trip. What else? Bay moment? Girls' trip, Bay moment. Bay moment for a style icon. Your guides are telling you to stop being so delusional. I don't know what you're being delusional about, but we shall see. Or maybe like you could even be like lying to yourself, you know, that's a thing where you're like you're lying to yourself about, I don't know, your favor, your mission, your why. There's a lot of... And typically I feel like being delusional can be a helpful energy to be in. But there's something about maybe like living in a fantasy sometimes can be not good, you know, where you make it out into something that it isn't. Ooh, something having to do about a rebrand. A rebrand and a preoccupation with it. You can trust this person. They might be a jokester, but you can trust them, is what I get. You can trust this person, and then we get thirst trap. So maybe like the thought of, like for you collective, the thought of this person is like, I don't know if I can trust them because they seem just like a thirst trap, you know, like maybe on the outside, like their looks are one thing, but like they don't operate the way, you know what I mean? Like they don't use pretty privilege is basically what I'm getting at. Which I think is just a disgusting term anyway, but it exists, just like white privilege, you know? What else? Anything else? There's definitely flowers and growth here. You can trust this person and then destiny swap? That makes zero sense. Maybe that's the thing, is that this person is like, no, you can trust me. And your guides are like, stop being so delusional. I don't know. Stop being so delusional about a rebrand preoccupation. You can trust this person. Whoever your bae is, you can trust them. Somebody who's a style icon, though, tried to destiny swap. So, I don't know. Somebody who owns like a fashion brand, or somebody who just, is really into fashion. Goes to all of the runway shows, that sort of thing. Like, that's their world. Something about a destiny swap, though. What else, Spirit? Remarkable. Oh, it's remarkable how you like close things out with people. How you cut people off. It's like something to, it's something to really admire. It's like a sight to behold, I get. Something that you did when you were like in hermit mode, though. Like you took a detour, and that could have been the build it and they will come energy, possibly style icon. Like, I don't know, like you took a different sort of path, I feel like, at some point during this. Like, surprising. And that's like what got people's attention somehow. I mean, plus you're making big moves, so. Anything else that needs to come out for this? As a refresher, we have big moves, talk to your spirit team. You got those good vibrations, international travel. There needs to be a reason behind your why. So what's your why? And then I feel like you just needed to sort of remind yourself about, like, you're kind, you're smart, you're important, your daily affirmations, like knowing that you are highly favored and protected, and that you do carry main character energy. At least an author sees this. Build it and they will come. And then with the build it and they will come, someone is secretly on the DL and wants like a long-term relationship. They're like hoping and praying, wishing upon a star. Something having to do with travel or adventure, acts of service, you're in receiving mode, girls trip, bae moment. Yeah, lots of movement, lots of travel. Style icon. Style icon needs to stop being so delusional. And maybe they need a rebrand. There is a preoccupation. Like, yeah, remember what I was saying about a lot of prying eyes in the beginning? There's a preoccupation with whatever it is that you are doing. And whomever you are considering as a part of your process, a part of your big moves, you can trust this person. But then there's destiny swap energy here. I feel like once you caught wind of the destiny swap is when, like, you know, you went like Rambo cutoff mode almost. You're an absolute joy to be around, collective. An absolute joy. Anything else? Yeah, maybe your cutoff game around this destiny swap was like, what? Again, with international travel, did not know I had 2 of those cards. So international travel is huge. There is an energy here of like apology tour, like really trying to, like, maybe you're even having to go to this person and apologize in person. or you just feel like there's a lot of people involved that you need to apologize to. Apology tour. Apology tour for the goat? I feel like you need to apologize to somebody who is the goat, or at least is the goat in your world, greatest of all time. But then I get, don't fall into their trap with a materialist, and reevaluate your intentions here. I don't know. I get waffling energy, like back and forth. It's like, choose a fucking side, you know? Jesus. All right. I don't know where this is going to go, but if you feel like this is your reading, come over to newworldangel.com and I will go on for like another 35-45 minutes about this, and we'll get into this waffling nature, because I definitely get that. All right, well, I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.